Hello, everyone. This is GFP from the Beer Watcher channel, and I've got some big news for you today that Project Bluebeam is here. Yeah, they've launched it in Massachusetts just last Thursday. Massachusetts last Thursday. Are you tracking with me? Project Bluebeam. Why would they do Project Bluebeam? Well, let's just watch. Let's jump into this. It's pretty, you know, the whole theme of Project Bloom is to make you afraid, but I'm here to give you knowledge of why it's happening so you would not be afraid, because knowledge is power.
The UFO?
Oh, is that UFO stuff? Wait.
Weird.
I can't even get it on my fucking camera. Is
Let's
that
do it.
UFO stuff? Oh my god, I can see a little bit. Oh my god, what the hell is that? Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't want to get that close. Oh shit. You think that's...
I'm corny.
Oh my god.
Folks, part of Project Bluebeam, they pretty much turned our skies into one big theater, okay? And that's what this video is, to show you how this theater works.
What's that, Chinese lantern? Oh my god, that's scary. Oh my god, I'm gonna move back. I'm gonna get behind you guys. Hold on, I can't really...
See it?
Is that it? Wait, hold on.
Oh, there's lots. Some of them are in the, in the corner.
Oh my god, okay, I see something, some little dog. Oh my god, I never seen something like that before.
You see the house?
Look how they're like lining up against this grand attack. I mean, it's like such stagery, right? I mean, it's like something from Hollywood crap.
The spaceship on the side.
Oh my god, look at... Oh, you're bad. You're so bad. Oh,
So, what's the name?
oh my god,
What's
what's
his
that
name?
UFO? You think that's UFO? Oh my god, that's sick.
Here.
Oh my god. I want to get close. Look, there. Oh shit, let me get right here. Oh my, I don't know. I
What
don't
was
know.
this
Let me
big?
see. Oh my god.
See, the thing is, if you're completely afraid, you will do anything to stop that fear, right? But if you knew what it was, because the Illuminati, they know this.
God, look at that.
Oh, look at them there.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's crazy. Hold, I can't, oh my god, my camera's not.
Right, okay, and this, I mean, you know, anybody wants to say that they couldn't possibly be a moon simulator, it's got to be kidding by now, right? I mean, they just watched something that's as bright as the moon that goes across the sky, and they can fake an eclipse or anything else. Not that all eclipses are fake, but just saying.
Not really that good.
Okay, why would they do that? What is going on here? Well, in a nutshell, the Matrix is breaking down. What do I mean by that? Now, many people are spotting. Now, if you know about chemtrails, right? But look at this. I used to think that the shadows are created by the lens. I mean, created somehow by the chemtrail. When in fact, now check this out. Pay attention. The chemtrails are covering up the shadows that are being created from the breaking down of the matrix. These big lines and grid patterns that are forming across the whole sky. That's why they're there. They don't want you to see that shadow. And they try and get as big and broad and wide as possible. But as it gets wider and wider, and they can't fly high enough or low enough to cover this up. And now we're seeing it. Look at this. How do you explain that? Why is there a breaking down of the matrix? Well, let me show you a quick little video from, I know you can't completely see this, but it's BAE Systems Future Technologies Laser Deployment Deployed Atmospheric Lens. Now, how many times on my channel have you heard the lens array? And yet we've got laser deployment of atmospheric lenses. Let's play. Remember here in the middle, camera image, target out of optimal range. So he sends down a laser, ionizes the atmosphere, creates an atmospheric lens array. Well, now light will bend more easily, can focus the lens through a laser, spying on their enemies as a lens. Atmospheric lens operational. Folks, they're actually doing this. If you don't think so, go watch my weaponized sun simulator video. And then here's some of the applications. We've got a ground-based laser, attempts to take out this target. The spy sat sees it, sets up a plasma lens in front of the laser, diffusing the light and blocking its view, distorting the lens so it doesn't affect and heat up and blow up the craft as well. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. Science fiction, femto laser. You think I'm crazy? Oh, let's just watch some femto laser holograms. Here we go.
Static image out of center in Odaiba, Japan. If you ever doubted the presence of aliens meddling in our technology, then how
Aliens, right? Interesting word you just chose.
do you explain this? What you're
That sound was actually created by this device. That's the ionizing gas.
looking at hovering in mid-air is laser plasma emission technology.
Laser plasma emission technology. Okay, and this guy goes to explain. I'll leave links for this in the description box.
Array in the midair.
How exactly
What makes this really interesting that this supercharged laser that they take a normal laser and send it through a plasma wake field and accelerate it from a normal nanometer laser into a femto laser, which basically compressing the wavelength of a laser, giving it more energy so that when it hits the particle or the atmosphere, it ionizes it, turning into a star.
does the laser interact with the air to create a spark?
When a high-powered
The convergence of light, by the way. So I'll spare you. I'll leave links. You can go back and listen to this hologram and how they're ionizing the air to little particles and stars to create
Sounds like
femto laser. Absolutely shocking. Now, what do you think our military could do with that technology? Plasma lasers, plasma lenses, atmospheric lenses. It is a reality. It's not science fiction. So I did have like a little drawing to try and help explain what Project Bluebeam is. And this is a drawing that I made. I put these blue lines in here. This is a new addition to my artwork. But we have the sun here, okay? And we've got the planetary eclipsing body that would cast a shadow on the Earth right here. But we wouldn't want to see that. So how would you prevent NASA? So you'd have to put a sun simulator that would also and be in path of the sun and continually shining light when the actual sun gets eclipsed. And then you'd also have to take a step further, actually, and kind of what I did with these blue dots here is we'd have to put a satellite outside of the eclipse that also orbited around the Earth. These satellites, these red little blobs here, that would shine and scan an image on the Earth and scan a blue image on the Earth. That's our grid pattern. But if anything was to get away and this giant laser projector or the shadow was too big, that this thing was closer and the shadow was bigger, it couldn't do this anymore. Okay? I'm kind of exaggerating this a little bit to get my point across, but this is just a theory, okay? But I think it's the best one we have that, and anybody who wants to work with me on this project, that I think we do have satellites, and many people would already agree we're already using satellites to hide Planet X. And you know who I'm talking to. So I'm just that this planet, these satellites here are hiding the system. Okay? Now let's just look at a little more predictive programming from Chicken Little. Now, wouldn't it be awesome if any animator has the art and ability to take this little video clip and put like a little chemtrail plane flying across this thing to hide this gap? That would just be epic, right? Let's just hurry and freaking fly some chemtrail planes to hide this crack. And I love it when people call me Chicken Little too, because you know what? Chicken Little was right. And right before Planet X comes, they know what's coming. So let's just decloak the TR-3B planes, drop the chemtrails, the illusion's over, and let's come and start killing people or whatever, right? Blackout, cause some fear and panic, surrender our rights, give up our guns, do gun control law, and hey, whatever they say, man, let's do it, because our government must be right, because they always have been, right? Right. Well, I hope you liked this video. Please copy, like, and share. Have a blessed day.